So your films generally have, for lack of a better word, they are like atmospheric.
Okay.
In the sense that you believe in creating a mood, whether it is with the cinematography or the music or the score, actually. So I am curious to know what were like your influences while growing up, like.
Kamal Hassan sir is my biggest influence, man. I keep telling this to everybody. Like Kamal sir has been my biggest influence because so the very first time I started realizing that my taste for films is different is when I enjoyed Kurudi Punal a lot. Like the film Drohi in Telugu. The Arjun
ఆ సాంగ్ ఫేమస్ సాంగ్ కూడా ఉంటుంది కదా ద్రోహి.
there are no songs in Drohi. Arjun sir and Kamal sir ఉంటారు cops ఇద్దరు.
గుణ that
is Guna. This is Drohi ani. It's called Kurudi Punal in Tamil.
Okay.
When I watched that film, I loved it, right? But that film didn't do well.
Correct.
Like in theaters and all. Maybe I started realizing that my taste for films is different. And then after the same thing happened with Hey Ram as well. I loved it. 3 hours 22 minutes of film. I never got bored in Hey Ram. And Hey Ram was the biggest influence on me because I started studying films after Hey Ram. And they did a beautiful promotional campaign also. During that time itself in TVs, they used to come and say how the film was made, how they got sync sound into... That was a very, very, very beginning of sync sound, in Indian films. So Kamal sir did this, and also the production design of the film where they created a Kolkata set. That was all like, I was getting very interested in knowing how it was done. That's when I understood that, I like to study films, just not watch them and enjoy them. That was the very beginning. And then all Kamal sir's films have been like highly influential. And K. Vishwanath sir's films are like, like Sagar Sangamam and all is like next level thing for me. I understood the power of films with films like Sagar Sangamam because that was the very first time I realized that somebody can cry while watching a film. I didn't know that the films had that power of... I didn't know movies had that power of making someone cry. I've never experienced it before. But in Sagar Sangamam, when Kamal Hassan sir holds that invitation in his hand, when Jayaprada ma'am tells him that he's going to be performing and he cries, I understood that it can move, like, this format of storytelling can actually move you. It can make you cry. That was very surprising. I was a very young boy back then, and I still watch Sagar Sangamam, multiple times. Whenever I feel a little low, I watch a Kamal Hassan sir film and I get back on track. So his films were, I think as a kid, his films were highly influential for me. Then later on, when I started watching David Fincher films are like,
I knew you would say that. Somehow, I was just going to call you Desi Fincher. But no, that your love for David Fincher completely comes through.
Yeah, it comes to the...
I mean, you took Vivek Sagar, who is known for his folkish or like, the funk sound, and you gave him that...
But somehow I believe Vivek can pull it off because, for me, a musician, I analyze the musician based on his choice of instruments, his percussions, his understanding of the tempo of the film. There are multiple things that I look at. It's not just what genres they have worked before.
Correct.
Like if that's the case, then I would have never chosen Manigandan sir as a DOP for the film because he has done films like Geeta Govindam before.
Yeah.
So like giving him a film like Hit would have been like, I wouldn't even know how he would make it. No.
Yeah.
But I know there is another meter for me to analyze whether the technician will bring something to your table or not.
Correct.
It is an understanding of the tempo of the film, the meter of the film.
Yeah.
So Vivek,
because he sounds like Nine Inch Nails in the like Trent Reznor in at least in Hit 1
exactly.
soundtrack.
Yeah, the sound is, as you said, it's very atmospheric. This is like coincidence, I don't know. This is the brief that I gave him also. I want the film to feel very, atmospheric is what I told him because I want the audience to feel they are in there. I want them to feel they're sitting in the crime scene. Like, make it eerie. Not horror eerie, but like danger eerie. You know what I mean?
And it's
like,
uncomfortable. It sounds like,
exactly.
Metal screeching.
Correct. A chalk piece rubbing on a blackboard.
Yeah.
You feel that, right?
Yeah.
I wanted to evoke that kind of a response. That's the brief that I gave Vivek, and he like, he hit it out of the park, man, with that.
Correct.
The BGM that he had given for Hit 1.
Yeah.
He's cracked melodies with scratches. Like, it's amazing how he did that. Like, I was shocked when I went to the presentation when he was doing the reels. It's amazing. Yeah. So, yeah, David Fincher films.
What's your favorite Fincher movie, if you don't